I've lived in Los Angeles for more than 60 years. I was raised by parents in the entertainment industry who were outspoken in their commitment to civil rights and social justice. I spent the first 15 years of my own career in the entertainment industry, but in 1995 made a rather sudden transition to economic development to help my own community, the San Fernando Valley, recover from the devastation of the Northridge earthquake. I helped found the Valley Economic Alliance, and for the past 3 decades, I've worked to create a more inclusive and equitable economy in LA County. I just recently retired after 17 years as CEO of the Los Angeles County Economic Development Corporation. And while there, we were able to help attract or retain literally hundreds of thousands of jobs for area residents. So I became keenly aware of the needs of my neighbors throughout LA County's many, many communities. I have always lived by the proverb that much is expected from those to whom much has been given. I've been blessed with good health, a loving family, a quality education, some success in my own career, all of which not only enable me, but frankly compel me to give back. I'm inspired by the work of my colleagues on the foundation board, our incredibly talented and dedicated staff, and the incredible array of community partners we work with. So to be able to share this Weingart Foundation journey with all of them is very, very meaningful to me. I was really humbled to be invited to join the Weingart Foundation board way back in, I think it was 2008. I joined the board at the invitation of then CEO Fred Ali and board chair Steve Soberoff, a friend in the community, Monica Lozano. And I had always been impressed by their civic leadership and the work of the foundation for decades, even at that point. When I joined the board, we were almost exclusively a responsive grant maker. We've long recognized that our grantees are on the front lines of the work to serve the underserved in our communities, and they really know best the needs of our own communities. Our greatest value, I believe, is in supporting them with the resources they need to deliver on their own missions to meet the needs of our respective communities. I'm proud to have been part of the foundation's decision to make the majority of our grants as unrestricted operating support. This really reflected the reality of the challenges faced by our grantees in delivering their services with funding models, whether supported by government or private philanthropy. All too often, funding models for nonprofits fail to fully reflect the true full cost of delivering those services. I'm also very proud to have helped shape and express our full commitment to equity, both in our grant making and in how we invest our assets. Our Weingart Foundation commitment is really a broad commitment to advance equity for all those who've been historically excluded, whether due to race, gender, income level, religion, immigration status, sexual orientation, or even disability. Increasingly, we're expressing that commitment by centering on advancing racial equity, as the disparities faced by people of color in our Southern California communities that we serve as a foundation are just so profound. Our neighbors of color all too often struggle to access quality education, healthcare, housing, or even capital. There's no justice in that. And the economic future for all of us is really unnecessarily limited if we allow these disparities to continue to persist. I think it's our investing work. So not only are we doing grant making that really prioritizes racial equity, but we're doing investing. We're doing not only program related investing, where we allocate capital to organizations that may have historically struggled to access low cost capital to achieve the benefits for their communities they aspire to achieve. But we also now are deeply involved in a journey of mission related investing, taking this very large portfolio, nearly $1 billion of assets, and allocating them to the extent we can, which is increasing each and every quarter, in funds that are managed by women and people of color, that are in turn investing in businesses supporting women and people of color or owned by women and people of color. Really expressing our commitment to equity through the investment of the entire portfolio, not just through the small percentage of that that we're using for grants each year. So I'm very excited about that journey. And Miriam Muscarolis, my colleague who chairs our investment committee, has shown tremendous leadership over the last 6 or 7 years, leading us on that path and encouraging other foundations to follow our lead. I think it's some of the most important work foundations are doing today.